All right, we're here to look over our Unit 3 Math Practice 1114. So this is Tuesday's practice. Remember that what I've said on this was you need to do this till you make an 80 on it at least, and I'll give you credit, putting 20 points in the grade book for doing that. So you need to do it till you do that. All right. Before you've watched this, you need to have done this at least one time. Okay. If you need to watch it after you've done it the first time to understand before you do it the second time, that's cool. Okay. All right, so I want to walk through each one of these with you just because I feel like that you need, practice on a lot of these and eventually will start to make sense. Okay, first one, you withdraw $17 from your account. A running back loses 17 yards in the game and the temperature rises 17 degrees, which the integer -17 best represents which of these events. All right, so on this one, these hand right here, let's look through and see if each one of them is -17 or not. Okay, withdraw $17. Yes. Running back loses 17 yards. Yes. Temperature rises 17 degrees. No. So we need number 1 and 2. All right, number 2. You gain 12 pounds. Balloon descends 12 feet. A metal spring gets 12 inches shorter. Okay, so this is plus, that's minus, that's minus. So integer -12 would be numbers 2 and 3. So descend means to go down or negative. Ascend means to go up. Okay. The word altitude, if it's ever used this, like it descends 12 feet of altitude, that means how high up it is. Okay. So in this case, descend would be 12 feet. Ascend 12 feet of altitude would be go up. Descend altitude would be go down. All right, number 3, a football player caught the ball and made a gain of 8 yards on the first play. The next play, the team lost 12 yards. How many yards do they need to gain on the next play to get back to where they started? Okay, so on this one, I think a number line with a 0 on it would be helpful. Okay, so they went up +8, but then they did -12. And what you should notice here is when you just need practice on these kind, right? Draw out little number lines and that will help you. You should see, okay, I'm on the negative side. Well, the 8 right there cancels out with 8, right? So then how much more are you on the negative side? Well, then you subtract to find that difference, which would be 4. Okay, so that's going to be 4. -4 is where you are, but it says how far do they need to go, right? Which of these quantities combine to make 0? Right, so buying 24 pencils and giving 22 away. So that's 24 minus 22, which is 2. You lost 20 bucks, but then you found 25 in your coat pocket. So that would be -20 plus 25. That's not 0, that's +5. You gained 12 yards and lost 8, so that's 4. You pick 12 kids up for a party, +12, and then you drop 12 off at the pool. So now that's 0. So that's your answer. Which of these make 0? Bill lost 10 pounds, then he gained 10 pounds. So -10 and a +10 end up at 0. Business's profit is less than its expenses. So, right, its expenses are greater, its profit is less, right? Business's losses in its income is written incorrectly are more than its income, like that. And it's 10 degrees below 0, and then the temperature rises 15. Well, now it's at 5. So, all right. Number 6, 0 is used as a mark for positive and negative values in the real world, including elevation, money, and temperature. Choose all values that are negative in the given context or units. Okay, so 0 is neither positive nor negative, right? That's positive. Sea level would be 0 elevation. 57 below would be below. And then -$234. Which two situations illustrate the sum of opposite numbers is 0, so like -7 plus 7, right? Shelly finds $50 in an old person deposits in her bank account. No, she just got 50 bucks. Sarah deposits 500 in her checking account and then withdraws from 500 from the ATM later. That's what it was before, so that's 0, right? After 3 forward flips and 3 backward flips, Anna's back where she started. Okay, so that would be like this. She went forward 3, then she went back 3. Okay. Evan wins 1,000 points on a video game and then another 1,000. So it's 1,000 plus 1,000. At daybreak, the temperature is 18 below 0. And so that's right here, right? Then at noon, it's 12 degrees above zero. That's actually way more. It's going up 30 degrees, okay, because zero is here. All right. Let's see, which situations illustrate the sum of opposite numbers is zero? Another one of these. He wins 18 chips on a game board and loses 18, so plus 18 minus 18. Jenna earns 15 and spends 15. Then Anna does 5 forward rolls and then does it again. That's 5 plus 5, so it's 10. All right, Chris loans his sister 25, so that's minus 25, and then another 25, right? So now he's loaned her 50, negative 50. And Carol walks down 6 steps to reach the laundry room and up 6 steps to return to the kitchen. So, yeah, there you go. So it was down 6, up 6. Another zero question. He got a gift card for $60, spent all of it, meaning $60 on a video game. Yeah. John receives 50 for mowing the lawn and another 50 for walking dogs. So now he's gotten 100 plus 100. Kyle deposits 600 in his account on Monday, withdraws 600 at the ATM the next day. Right, so those equal out. Sheila advances 5 squares on a board game, and then she goes forward 5 more. Nope, now she's going forward 10. Right, the animal shelter gets $3,000 in donations, and then has to pay an invoice, meaning a bill. So that means a bill, okay, of $3,000 for food and supplies. So now that's zero. All right, another one. Temperature after an increase of 7 degrees from a temperature of negative 7. Yeah, negative 7 plus 7. Video game score of 500 and another 500. Nope, that's 1,000. The distance above sea level after increasing 32 feet from a depth of 32 feet above sea level. Well, now you're at 32 plus 32. That's 64. Amount of money Charlotte had if she had $12 and then her mom gave her $12. Nope, she's got 24 now. Okay, value of negative 15. Roller coaster begins at 90 feet above ground level, descends 85 feet. So it's at 90 minus 85. That's 5. Steve's bank charged him $15 for an overdraft fee. Then he deposited 30. So that would actually be plus 50. Elevator went up 6. So it went up 6. And it went down 9. So that would actually be at negative 3. All right. First play football team lost 15 yards. And on the second play, they lost 5 yards. So they've lost 15 yards. All right. Number 12. Mr. Knowles has a bank account balance of negative $42. He deposits $6. So negative 42 plus 6. So if you're over here at negative 42, right, and you go back 6, negative 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. So he's going to be at negative 36. You can just count back zeros over here somewhere. Okay, so you could just do it like that. All right, something like that. All right, so he still has a negative balance, and his balance is negative $36. Okay. Value of 7. Corey has a score of 12 in a beanbag toss game, and then he loses 8 points. Now he has 4. Fisherman moves a lobster trap from 20 feet below sea level to a location 15 feet deeper. So he's actually at negative 20, and he goes down 15 feet more. So now he's negative 20 plus negative 15. So he's at negative 35. Right. Elevator is 2 floors below ground level and goes up 5. Well, no, now it's at positive 3. All right, because that would be, here's your 0 there. All right, so you're at negative 2, and you go up 1, 2 to get back to 0, and then you got 3 more to go up by 5. All right, so negative 2 plus 5 gives you positive 3. All right. One morning temperature was negative 5 degrees. By noon, it had increased 12 degrees. So now it's going to be 7 degrees. So again, you're at negative 5 down here. It goes up by 12. You go up by 12, then the 5 cancels off of that, right? So 12 minus 5 is another positive 7. All right. Let's see what we got. About done here. Yep. All right, number 14. Deep sea exploring ship is pulling up a diver. The diver's at a location 200 feet below sea level and swims to a second location that is 75 feet below sea level. Okay, so here's sea level 0. the diver's at 200 feet below sea level. All right. The second location is 75 feet below sea level. All right. Which two statements apply to the diver's second location? Is it 125 feet higher? Is that plus 125? Yes, it is. 200 minus 75 is 125. So that's plus 125. Second location is the elevation of 75 feet. No, that's negative 75 feet. Not that one. The second location is negative 75 feet. All right. And last one, Cleo's freezer was set to 15 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit, but she noticed her popsicles were melting, and no one wants that. So she's at 15 above 0. Now she's decreased it to 10 below 0. So here's our 0. Well, she had to go down 15 to get to the 0 and another 10 to get to the negative 10. So it went down 25 degrees. And that's at negative 10. All right, it's not that. It's not 25 warmer. There you go. All right, so again, what you got here on this today is I'm looking at the progress learning to see that you made an 80 or above on this. So make sure you have done that to get credit for doing this today. Do it until you make at least an 80.